So, we're here with Inubong Jeremiah. So tell me, I've known you for at least the last 2.5 years, about 3 years now, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was way back 2021, precisely speaking.
Yes.
And the last I checked, because then you were just an ordinary student of Heritage Polytechnic. So what happened? I mean, what happened? Like, your life has literally changed, and I'm seeing reasonable figures coming in. So where did this all begin? How did you get here? How did you get here?
Well, let me first of all give glory to God, if you would allow me to.
Very well, why not?
Yeah. And then I just got into tech. I got to learn some digital skills.
Okay.
So that's what changed everything for me.
So when you talk about digital skills, I've been hearing a lot of people talking about digital skills. I hope it's not Yahoo, because even Yahoo is also a digital skill. So when we are talking about digital skills, can you tell us more about that?
Okay.
What digital skills are we looking at in this context?
It's not Yahoo, right?
Okay.
If you don't understand what Yahoo means, scam. It's not scam or anything, fraud.
And it's not also Ponzi scheme?
No, it's not Ponzi scheme.
Okay.
So I got to learn real-time digital skills, and some of them include Facebook advertising,
okay,
high-ticket sales closing,
okay,
how to build funnels. Yeah, so I combined all of those skills to build a business for myself. So I'm basically a digital marketer. I sell things online.
So you are literally utilizing the social media,
yes,
the audience you can get from the social media to sell a product.
Yes, exactly.
I'm guessing this product is also a digital product. Precisely.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about the product, because obviously every business has either a product or a service rendered in exchange for money.
Yes.
So we're talking about digital products. Many of our listeners may not really understand what you're talking about, because what we are, especially for we Africans, what we are familiar with is what you go to the market and buy, and you can physically access and touch.
Yeah.
So when you talk about digital products, can you tell us more? What exactly are you talking about?
Okay, so a digital product can come in many forms.
Okay.
One of it can be like an online course.
Okay.
Where you get to pay for, let's say you want to learn digital marketing or graphics design. Okay. You can learn that from the comfort of your home by just buying a course on any of these platforms taught by a graphics designer. So it can come on in video forms.
Okay. Where
I sit here, I teach you, this is what digital marketing is, or this is what graphics design is, this is how to do it. I record my screen, I compile it into a course, and then I give it to you. So that's one digital product.
So let me get, this is more like getting schooled or getting educated online.
Yes.
So you are packaging the information that you intend to dish out into a content and selling it out to your audience.
Exactly.
Literally. Yes. Wow, that makes a lot of sense. So can you tell me what exact model, well, when we talk about digital marketing, online business, the internet, there's a whole lot of things going on there.
Yes.
We have the likes of drop shipping, we have e-commerce, we have a lot of business concepts. So can you be more particular about your business concepts?
So to narrow down to the exact one I'm teaching, right? It all began from the one I started with, which is affiliate marketing. So I started as an affiliate marketer where you can sell another person's product and then you get paid commissions. So at that time when I started, I was a nobody.
Okay.
I didn't have any authority in my field. So what I was doing was sell for other people that had authority in that field. Okay,
so you affiliate for other people and earn commission of that. So
yes,
the e-learning, the product they sell, like the knowledge they are transferring in form of content, is what you were literally selling on their behalf and earning commissions of that.
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense. That's the affiliate marketing we're talking about here. All right, that's very interesting. So most people will be very interested in the figures that you've made, obviously, over the last. So, but before then, when exactly do you get started?
Okay,
and what was the exact story behind it? Like, what triggered you to go into it? Like, what was that turning point for you?
Okay, I would say the turning point for me is actually different from when I started. Okay. The turning point for me was when I started, there's this book I read.
Okay.
Rich Dad Poor Dad by
by Robert Kiyosaki.
Yes.
Yes.
So when I read that book, it was in 2021. Okay. Before now, like I was totally, I had this ideology of going to school, being a great student. Of course, I was a great student.
Yeah.
Yes, and
probably getting a regular job.
Yes. Okay. So that was the idea. I never knew there was life outside that. Right?
Interesting.
So when I got to read that book, I saw that there's life after this, and the kind of life I want to have after now in the future, I can't get it through a job. Right?
Wow.
I came to realize there's something we call time freedom. Apart from just making money and having financial freedom, you also have the freedom of your time. So I also realized I can't get that with a job. So from that point in my life, I was still in school. I was still top 2 in my class, my department. But something changed in me.
So the turning point for you was literally when you came to this realization that there is a lifestyle you want.
Yes.
And also the concept of having your time to yourself, not going the 9-to-5 route.
Yeah.
Wow. And based on these reasons, you decided to look out for something.
So other things
that could fetch you the kind of money you need to fund that kind of lifestyle.
So that was when I opened up to opportunities. So when I came across an ad on Facebook talking about affiliate marketing, how it is simple, how anybody can just get into it.
So wait a moment. So which year was this? When was this exactly?
When I started.
Yeah, when you started.
That was in 2022.
So from when you made up your mind to seek for a life better than the 9-to-5, what the 9-to-5 can offer, up to when you actually got started with this business, what's the time frame? Like how long?
So it was like I would say a year.
So you came to this self-realization a year?
2021.
Okay, like a year gap from self-realization to actually taking action.
Actualization, yeah.
Okay, all right, that makes lots of sense. By the way, you look very young, so I'm thinking, like, how old is this young man?
Well, you can guess my age.
Okay, so I'll leave that for the audience to do. So let us now talk about the money. Then we'll delve into other aspects of your business and how it can benefit the audience. So in that was 2021, you said you started. So this is 2024. We're talking about 3 years. Have you been consistent with this business for the last 3 years? For that 3 years, or are there other things you've done in between?
So I would like to say 2 years, 2022, 2024. Actually,
are the years you've really given your all to the business? To
the business.
Okay.
So years I've given it my all. Like you would know, I've made lots of money from this.
Oh, yes, wow. I've made lots of money. That's true. That's true. We are going to that very
soon. but then I've also done a lot of work
to merit that, to earn that money.
I've been so consistent on it. One thing about me is once I see that at least one person has succeeded in something, I believe I can also succeed.
Wow. So you don't buy into this theory of when someone tells you that you don't need to try it, if you try it you will fail. You don't buy into the failures excuse.
No. Wow. I don't even give excuses for my failures.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right, so talk to me. How much do you make per month? Let me sound like a salary earner right now.
Okay.
So this is a business you are substituting for getting a regular job that pays you a monthly salary. I'm talking about real profits. Besides the actual money you invest on a day-to-day. Let's talk about profit. What is the profit potential on a monthly base?
Okay, so digital marketing has a very high return on investment. I like to start that way. And then it is a business. So if you are into business, then you should also know that you don't have any specific amount of money you can make every month. I'll just speak 2 or 3 months and give you. So while growing in the business, I started with 90K in a month.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I grew to doing 300K the next month.
Wow.
And then
300,000.
Yeah, 300,000 naira next month.
Wow.
So like from 300K, I grew to doing 500 to 700K. So I grew to doing over 1 million naira.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and I'm talking about profit here, pure profit.
Pure profit.
Yes.
That means you made 7 figures from this business in a month.
In a month.
In a single month.
I've done that repeatedly.
Wow. So on average, we can say a possibility exists to make $500,000.
Yes.
Let's keep it at worst case scenario.
$500,000, yeah.
Once mastery is gotten on a consistent note, or at least close to consistent note every single month.
Yes.
Wow. That's a big achievement. I mean, that's a business. So let me get, is this a business? Do you have an office, or can you do this anywhere?
You can, yes, I have an office, and if you ask me where my office is.
Where is your office?
On my smartphone.
Your office is in your phone?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can do it with your smartphone, you can do it anywhere.
So I'm guessing it offers you the luxury of working remotely, and at a time of your convenience.
That's why I love the digital space.
And that gives an answer to your quest for time freedom.
Time freedom.
Exactly.
Time freedom.
So wow. So in this business, you're literally in control of your time, and 100%. You have the luxury of working at anywhere so long as you have access to the internet.
Anywhere, anytime.
Okay. So I heard from the last point you made, you talked about it being a business, despite the fact that it's done online. So I want to ask, I know that every business that yields profit also has its own inherent risks.
Okay.
So people who are listening to you now would want to know whether or not there is a risk. Would like to know the risk factor of this business. Would like to know if it is something worth taking. Yes, we've heard the juicy part, how much can be made, and the fact that you can do it remotely, and every interesting thing about what you said so far. But then again, what is the risk involved in the business?
Well, I've asked myself this risk part of questions over and over again, and the truth is I've not been able to come up with any risk involved.
For these 3 years you've been in the business?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm not saying you don't have to risk anything, right? You need to, of course, you need to put in the work, you need to go through the training, or you need to learn. You need to be consistently applying the things you are going to learn. But then why did I say the risk is almost not there? If you get to, the only part in this business where you have to take what we call a risk is when you're maybe going into paid adverts.
Okay.
Where you'll have to invest money, maybe daily or weekly basis.
Okay, then let's talk about that a little bit. So you're talking about paid adverts. What that means is that, so actually, if I get you correctly, what are you paying for? The adverts, what are you advertising? You're advertising your product, right?
Yes, the product.
And you are advertising to an audience.
To an audience.
So let's assume that you make a deposit to advertise your product, and you do not get the exact number of people viewing it or people buying into it. Is that not a loss for you?
Okay, so we don't just advertise a product like that. There's a strategy we use. I wouldn't love to talk about it, but let me just give you an hint, right?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So the strategy we use is that we do not go out there to advertise our product.
Interesting.
Right. Unlike other people do it, to just sell the product directly. We understand the power of leveraging on attention and giving out something free.
Attention.
Yes.
Wow.
So what we do is, let me just give you for an instance now. Let's say I have a health product that can help you get rid of pimples and stretch marks.
Okay.
So instead of coming out directly to sell that product on my advert, I can decide to organize a free class, maybe on WhatsApp, where I will teach people what causes pimples and stretch marks and why other products they've tried out there is not working for them.
Wow.
So because it is a free class, I'll obviously have a lot of people
who like free things too.
Yeah, who like free things and who also have either pimples issues or stretch mark issues.
All right.
So I'll have a lot of them troop into my class. So if you are running, okay, let's say if you're spending $10 to sell directly that product,
okay,
you might come up with just one sale or nothing.
Wow.
But if I'm using the same $10 to advertise that free class, I might have up to 200 people join the class.
Yes, that's true.
So now I have the 200 of them join the class. Anyhow, I'm going to make sales.
Wow. So worst case scenario, what's the percentage we are looking at upon every hosting, every event? Because this class you're talking about is more like a seminar.
Yeah.
Where you get to pitch your business to the people and then make them an offer to buy. Right?
Yeah.
So let's say on average, what's the percentage from people who responded
to people who buy?
To people who buy.
So worst case scenario, 2%.
2%.
Yes.
So what we are looking at here is that, let's say you have 200, going by the number you stated earlier on, 200 persons signing into your free class, or 200 persons you've been able to gain their attention. Either they are in need of solution to that problem, or in one way or the other, they are just attracted by the fact that you're putting up a free, what unquote is free content, which is really not free.
It's really not free.
So let's assume we have 200 persons. So 2% of 200 is about 4.
Yeah.
So does this really compensate for the cost of advertisement and the product and all of that?
Of course, going with we have 3 classes of offers. We have low tickets, we have mid ticket, we have high tickets.
Okay.
So
what about this 3?
Just has to do with the pricing.
Oh, the pricing.
So if you are selling a product of $100,
okay,
to $50, it could be a mid ticket offer.
Okay.
Yeah. If it is a product of $100 and above, we can call it a high ticket offer.
Okay.
Also depending on your audience, right? If I'm marketing to African countries, of course dollar is high if exchange in our currency. So $100 would be around 150,000 in naira. So that's a high ticket product in Nigeria.
Wow.
So
yeah, sure.
Yeah, so if I'm selling a high ticket product, then I spend just $10. Even if I need just one person to buy that product, and
I need to cover up for everything.
Wow. But then another good thing about attracting people to a place where you can talk to them over and over again is that you will eventually keep selling to them.
Okay.
So even if after the 2% conversion, you have very high chances based on other strategies we employ.
Okay.
Of selling more. So let's just say on a minimum, you would be able to sell to maybe 20 of those people.
20 of those
at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, because of it's a low ticket product.
Yes.
Emphatically. And the traffic you're getting. Okay, let me get that straight. The 20% you're talking about are under what circumstances?
Okay, first, let's say 2% should buy your product when you pitch it.
That's fixed.
Yeah. So now it's like 4 sales.
Okay.
Then because you have them in a place, maybe your WhatsApp group or your email list.
Okay.
So you keep pitching that offer to them over and over again. There are about 3 reasons why people might not buy your product. Is that they can't afford it.
Okay.
Or they don't want it.
Okay.
Or they don't trust you yet.
Oh, is that they don't trust you, or they can't afford it, or they do not want it?
Yes.
So if you can conquer these 3 reasons.
So one of it you cannot conquer.
Earn their trust.
One of it you cannot conquer is if they don't want it. So like you said, there are people that maybe they don't have that issue. They just like that. They just saw that class. It was enticing. They just joined. Okay. They will never buy. There are people like that. They will never buy your product.
Okay.
But the other 2 reasons can be conquered over time. So if they can't afford it, you can give them time. So you keep nurturing them, following them up over time, depending on how serious they want that product or a solution to that problem. They will save up and get it. Or raise money and get it.
Okay. So this is you going into the technicalities.
The technicalities of the business.
Which I'm supposed to keep. Which I'm supposed to keep. Oh wow, this is a lot.
Yeah.
So let's come back to we're going to talk about just 2 things. Then I think we'll call the session. We'll call it a day for this session.
Okay. So in summary of the risk. Okay. I was trying to talk about why I don't think there's a risk involved.
All right.
So if you consider this, if you get to spend even $50 to have this number of persons, as long as you're going to do the right things with them, which is the other part of the business I don't want to expose, right?
All right.
You will eventually make your money. Like it's a guarantee that you will make your money.
You'll make your money back.
Yeah,
so worst case scenario, you'll get back at least whatever you invested.
You've invested, yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's come back home a little bit. So tell me a little bit about your lifestyle. What's a day in a life of a digital marketer?
You're making me feel like.
By the way, are you married or are you single? Are you in a relationship, or is it a long story? Which of them?
It's a long story. I'm single, by the way.
You're single?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Yeah, all right, I'm sure a lot of.
Do you know what to be single means?
Oh, I don't know what it means. Tell me.
You can be in a relationship and be single. I hope you know.
That's true.
As long as you're not married, we have either single or married.
Oh, okay.
So if you're not married, you're single.
And we also have divorced.
Yeah, we have divorce. Yeah. So let's keep that one aside.
All right. So you're single right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me know your lifestyle. Do you like hanging out? Do you go clubbing? Do you have friends? Do you chill out? Do you play games? What do you do exactly?
Yeah,
or you just live the boring life of being glued to your phone all the time just to make money?
Of course, one of the things I wanted was time freedom.
Okay.
So if you happen to be glued to your phone every time, then there's no time freedom.
Obviously, that's
yes.
true.
So yes, I do hang out, though not very often.
Okay.
I go out very rarely. My cycle is very small.
Okay.
Maybe just 3 or 4 friends.
So let me guess, you have a triangular kind of movement, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Where you go from where to where and from where to where. Like,
yeah.
I think just let me know what's up.
So my kind of game, I play snooker.
Oh, yeah, the big boys game. I get.
Yeah, I play snooker. I don't drink. I don't go clubbing.
Okay.
I'm not an alcoholic, but I don't drink alcohol. I just decide to, because health is wealth.
Oh, you decide to take good care of your health.
Of my health. So
and mind your association as well.
Yeah.
That gives you time to focus too.
I want to get to 70, 80 and still be very healthy. I want to finally make the money I'm looking for and be able to enjoy that money.
So this is very interesting. So on average, if I got you clearly, you make an average of $500,000 every month. That is about 6 million naira annually and above from your business.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a decent amount of money. I'm not even sure that there are many people in the civil service who are not even seeing that amount, and they are way higher in rank or qualification than you are, because you're still young.
Of course.
So tell me, what's your highest qualification? Do you need to have some sort of degree to be doing this, or like what do you need to know? What do you need to have as basic requirement to be doing what you're doing?
Well, as long as you can, I think English is very necessary, or maybe not that really necessary, depending on your audience. But at least as long as you can speak to people, you can communicate, you have a smartphone, you can use it.
And access to internet.
Of course, if you have a smartphone, then
you should have access to the internet. So that's true. You
don't need any degree, you don't need any qualification.
Are you serious?
You don't even need any experience.
So for you, what's your highest qualification? What do you have?
For me right now, I'm currently in HND.
You're currently doing your HND
My
program.
HND program, yeah.
And none of that has anything to do with your business?
No.
Wow. All right, maybe on another day we'll talk about the work-business life balance and see how you're coping with your life, your personal life, your business life, your education, and all of that. But for today, just to wrap things up, so what word of advice would you have for the audience? What would you like to say to the younger generations about doing businesses online? You know, a lot of people now believe in doing the fraudulent act on the internet that we all know, the Yahoo, the Ponzi scheme and all of that. Young people are more into that than doing legit stuff. So for you who on the flip side of things, you're doing the legit business or doing something that is adding value, real-time value to people's life and is also legal to practice.
Yeah.
So far so good. Would you say it's worth it?
Yes,
and
of course.
What advice would you have for the younger generation, for people who are doing dating stuff online and trying to make money from it, for people who are jumping from one Ponzi scheme to the other, for people who have not even started anything and they don't know what to do with their lives? And what would you have to say to them?
Okay, so first I would love to go this way. You see, whatever amount of money you want to make, whatever life you want to have, you can have it legitimately. I know a couple of guys who are doing legit stuff and they are big boys and they are really young as well. So if you're a young person out there and maybe you love the internet kind of lifestyle, you want to make money young, you want to flex, you can do it legitimately. You don't have to put your hands into fraud. You know, one of the things I do is since I started this business, you know, people think you're supposed to keep it to yourself and don't really come out so you won't be attacked or people won't. But I like to talk about it every time on my social media handles to encourage people around me, at least the people I can reach out to. You can also make money, you can make lots of money and still do it legitimately. You don't have to put your hands into dirty stuff. So if you would love to, you know, do anything digital, affiliate marketing is not the only thing you can make money from online.
Obviously.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, my advice to you is just look at any of these skills available. Pick one of it, learn it first to mastery. just lean into machine, the money will follow. You see, money is the reward for something. And I was watching a video by, I think, Elon Musk, and he said, first you get paid for what you do, and then you get paid for what you know, and then you get paid for who you are.
Wow.
Right? So first of all, learn something you can do very well. People will pay you for it. As long as you are solving a problem, meeting maybe a need, or entertaining people. These are the reasons why people would give you money.
Yes, yeah.
Right? Just find something and learn it very well. Do it, double down, be the best at it. You would eventually make money. And again, lastly, I would like to add that, one of the reasons why people go into fraud is that they want it the fast way.
Okay.
They don't want to make $1 million just
delayed gratification.
It doesn't really work that way, right? It doesn't really work that way. If you make it the fast way, you would also lose it the fast way. Right? Yeah. And you don't also have this confidence that you can make it again because it was fraud.
And it may not last, because whatever would last usually take a while to build.
Yeah, it takes a while to build. So you can make money very fast, but you can never make wealth very fast. So there's a difference between making money and making wealth. Wow. So I would like to advise you to take it slow, learn something, grow. Like you hate me when they were talking about how much I made. I told you I grew from 90K. In fact, my first 2 weeks, I was able to do around 16,000.
Wow. So this is not something it must be a monthly thing. You can literally make money off it on a daily basis.
On a daily basis.
Weekly basis, and all of that.
Yeah. So you just grow. Wow. Just understand that you will grow in this stuff. I believe that I would be able to grow to a point where I'll be doing 7 figures daily.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Wow. I'm signing up for this business.
So I'd love to end it that way.
All right. So that's interesting. All right. Thank you very much, viewers. I hope you enjoy. So the link to his Instagram, to his Facebook, to his YouTube channel, and all of that will be right somewhere on your screen. So do well to like this video, drop your comments, what you think about all he has said. If you have questions to ask, do well to do same, drop it in the comment section. Like this video, share this video. If you love what we are doing, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notification to be notified on every other upcoming video where we talk lifestyle and all of that. Yeah. All right, see you on the next one. Peace out.